What's going on, guys? This is Titan, aka T, if you're following me on social media. In this video, we're going to go over Bbig and where I think it could potentially go. We're also going to go over GameStop, what happened with GameStop today. We're also going to go over a trade that we made 100% back on our Discord group. So if you like the sound of that and you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And without further ado, let's get right to it. So with Bbig, pretty crazy. We did a $9 call for January 2022. This happened last week when we did this, and we kept entering calls. So we flipped like a good amount of money on Bbig. So we did a $9 call on this, and we were, up very good today. And then, I trimmed some profit off of it. I'm still holding some $9 calls. We also did $10 calls. I closed out the $10 calls for profit, and I believe that's it, so we definitely trimmed some $9 calls, and we closed out the $10 calls for profit. I am still holding some $9 calls as well as some of our members. So yeah, so what I'm thinking of as far as Bbig is that we can see a bounce maybe in the after hours or even, during market open, but I'm hoping during after hours that we see that bounce off this support here. We have very strong support here in this area. So be on the lookout for that, maybe 1050, 1030 at the lowest bounce before we see a continuation upwards. I do think we see $15 as our next target, close to $15. But, don't get greedy with this, guys. If you're trading options on this, especially if you got like an expiration for like this week or something, don't get too greedy. Make sure you pay yourself because, this can be this is easily a pump and dump stock. So at any moment, the rug pull can happen. So if you're trading options on this, definitely pay yourself, collect your profit and go. And then, maybe in the future you look for a re-entry, maybe, around the $8 range once again. So every time it hit $8, I just kept jumping back in. January 21st calls. It's much safer that way. Maybe the farthest out, March, something like that. I don't really want to do short term on stocks like these. So definitely, be smart, have a smart contract, have a system set up for yourself where you're safe overall, okay? So, yeah, this was very good. I do think that we could see a move towards $15. Do I see anything further than that? We'll see as we go, but right now I'm trying to be humble about it, and I'm just looking for that new high of $15 area, okay? Next. Actually, we're going to go over the IWM. If you watched my last video, I was talking about the IWM and how meme stocks typically follow the IWM. It seems like GameStop follows it a lot more than, any other meme stock. I don't know all the meme stocks out there, but as far as between, GameStop and AMC, GameStop typically follows IWM a lot more. And sometimes AMC does as well. So, yes, yesterday, we had a bear flag. IWM broke below that bear flag, and GameStop had followed through. So what I did today was I did a slight little day trade on IWM. I got in around this area where this, bullish engulfing pattern formed. I got in here, and then it shot up to about high 228, and then I got out of there, and then it just shot down. So it was a nice little gain, nothing crazy. And then I saw it break below the bear flag, and yeah. So GameStop typically follows this, so it did actually follow this. So if you want to have an idea on where meme stocks can potentially go, look at the IWM. And with GameStop, we did a day trade on GameStop. It actually didn't work out too well, but it wasn't a huge loss or anything like that. We got in at 200, and then once it broke below the lows of 197.51, we got out that trade and we made it back with Facebook, so it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, so as far as what I'm seeing, as you know, GameStop has earnings this week, I believe Thursday after hours. So as far as what I'm thinking is that right now it's really hard to tell which direction this is trying to go. I'm more so on the bearish side right now, unless we get back above that 200 level. But right now, we're stuck in this little area right here. So it's really hard. I'm assuming investors just have no idea where this is going. They're unsure right now. They don't know what's going to happen during earnings. So I think this is just a bunch of uncertainty right now. as far as what's going to happen with GameStop earnings. It can be a hit or a miss, and then it's GameStop. They really haven't been doing nothing for the past, few years. So it's really hard to tell what's going to happen with GameStop. So yeah, I can't even tell you guys right now. I just think it's going to be some consolidation up to earnings. And then once we get the earnings report, then we may see some type of big movement. And like I said in the last video, after earnings, it's probably your safest bet to do a swing trade on GameStop. So wait till after earnings because after earnings it tends to do the opposite of what it did during earnings. So you just pay attention to that, and along with that, pay attention to the IWM as well. Like I said, we had that break of that bearish flag. So as soon as that happened, GameStop broke below this descending triangle right here. Where it went back in and then it broke back below it. So yeah. All right. So that's what GameStop. Just play with cautions. If you want to play it, make sure you try to wait till after earnings. But if you're just holding stocks or shares in it, then by all means do your thing. All right. Next, Facebook. Facebook, I was really liking. I was watching Facebook this morning and I was really loving the move. So what I was looking at was for that bounce off 375 range, and it didn't do that. It actually broke below 375, but I was looking at how strong the support over here in this area was. And so I'm like, yeah, if we can get that bounce back, if buyers step in this area, then I'm definitely going to look to do a trade on Facebook. So we did get that. We got a bunch of buyers that stepped in this area here. Not only that, but to just put the cherry on top, we got an engulfing bullish pattern. So it was just a perfect play. I could not resist this play at all. And then we got in at we swung for about 376, mid 376 area. And then from there, it did this little bounce back and forth, and then it just took off to about, my price target was 381. It reached 382, and yeah. And then after that, we pretty much closed the trade. I still got like one. No, actually, I don't have any contracts left because I was planning on swinging it, but it got to our target a lot faster than I expected. So where do I see Facebook going from here? I do think it can reach not new highs, but maybe that 384 area. Let me zoom in. We could see that 384 area and then potentially a double top forms before we see another move, the next move down. All right. But again, it's not set in stone. It can break new highs, of course. But right now, I'm setting my expectations low right now. We're looking for that 384.33 break. And if that doesn't happen, then we'll get our double top. And then, you'll see Facebook move back down to about 380, maybe a bounce off that 380 area, 382 actually, and before a potential continuation up. So that was a nice trade. We got 100% back on that trade. It was very, very clean, very nice. This was very clean right here. That bounce was beautiful. You couldn't ask for a better bounce off a trade. So yeah, I believe that's it. Again, guys, look out for that BBIG move, that bounce off that 1050 area. If we can get that 1050, 1030 at the lowest, if we can get some type of bounce off that area, right now it is very overextended, which honestly, stocks like this don't even care about that, it seems. So if we can get that bounce off this area here, off this range here, then we're looking good. We can see a continuation further up to the upside. And then if we can get that $12, right now I'm looking at the $12 break. If we can break $12, then yeah, we're looking very, very solid for a continuation to the upside. Otherwise, that's all I have. If you have any stocks that you're interested in, earnings plays, even crypto, I go over it all. Feel free to leave a comment below, like and subscribe to the video. And until next time, guys, see you in the next video.